No brainer. It literally improves muscle building, strength performance. It improves everything that pertains to athletic performance. It's a no brainer. Bang, bang, Guapo gang. Back with another video, man. Today's video is the best supplements for muscle growth. I'm going to be going over what is the supplement, what does it do, where to find it naturally, and the recommended dose. Now, if you see me keep looking down, it's because I wrote down a ton of notes on this paper of all the supplements because I want to give a really high quality video and I don't want to leave out any facts of these supplements. Number one, let's start. Creatine. Now, creatine is a naturally occurring substance in your muscles. It's an amino acid. Holy crap, that's a tongue twister. It's an amino acid found mostly in your muscles and your brain. It's proven to be safe, and it's a primary source of cellular energy. What does it do? Creatine increases muscle mass, strength, decreases muscle soreness, improves blood flow, and improves overall athletic performance. In my opinion, creatine is a no-brainer. It literally improves muscle building, strength performance. It improves everything that pertains to athletic performance. It's a no-brainer. Now where is it naturally found? It's naturally found in animal products such as meat, fish, and poultry. And the higher levels of creatine meats are specifically red meats and fish. This is the one problem with creatine naturally is it's very hard to get a sufficient amount of creatine in these foods. Yes, they contain high amounts of creatine compared to other foods, but to get 5 grams per day of creatine, that's a recommended dose. That's the recommended dose. The recommended dose of creatine is 5 grams per day. And but it's very hard to get 5 grams of creatine per day straight from food. So I highly recommend supplementing creatine. And so a lot of people recommend a loading phase, and basically the loading phase is when you first start out supplementing creatine. They'll recommend you go and take 10 to 25 grams of creatine per day. My opinion, it's just not worth it. I did it one time. I didn't see a difference. Just stick to 5 grams per day. Keep it simple. It's going to get the job done. I'm all about keeping it simple but working hard. Number 2 is protein powder. Pretty obvious, protein powder is a powdered form of protein. Now, protein is one of the essential building blocks of muscle. Now, what does protein powder do? It helps build muscle, and not just protein powder. This is specifically protein. Protein helps build muscle, repair tissue, and make enzymes and hormones. You can find protein in lean meats, poultry, seafood, eggs, dairy products, etc. Literally just look at the nutrition facts of a food, and if it has a lot of protein in it, there you go. Now, me personally, I'll go over the recommended dose first. The recommended dose of protein is 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight per day, 4 to 5 times a day. And 4 to 5 times is to increase the amount of muscle protein synthesis. I'll make an in-depth video about that later. I'm not going to go in-depth about that right now. We're going to stay on the topic. And the thing with protein powder is I personally don't use protein powder because I get enough protein from my food sources. If I'm all about getting enough protein or macronutrients, micronutrients from whole, natural, organic sources. If I don't need to supplement it, I'm not going to supplement it. I'm all about getting it from food sources. So I personally don't take protein powder, but if you're not getting enough protein from your food, it's one of the best supplements you could take. Number 3 is caffeine / pre-workout. Caffeine is a central nervous system stimulant. And what does it do? It helps you train harder through increasing endurance, delaying muscle fatigue, and it helps increase intensity. Again, in my opinion, it's another no-brainer. You can find caffeine naturally in coffee or tea, and that's how I take my pre-workout. I take it naturally through my black coffee. I drank 1 to 2 cups of black coffee, and I'm good to go. I got my pre-workout in. Like I said earlier, I'm all about getting your supplements from natural sources. And the recommended dose is 200 to 300 milligrams. And this obviously depends on your gender and body weight. If you're a female, if you're a light female, I would recommend getting under 200 milligrams. If you're a heavier male, I would recommend closer to 300 milligrams. But don't overdo it on the creatine. It does increase your heart rate and blood pressure. But I recommend taking 200 to 300 milligrams 30 minutes to an hour before your workout to get its full effects. Number 4, last one, beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is a natural occurring amino acid, and it's a building block of carnosine. And similar to caffeine, it has very similar effects of caffeine in the sense of what does it do. It delays muscle fatigue, increases muscle and power production, and it improves endurance. So again, very similar to caffeine / pre-workout. You can find it naturally in meat, poultry, and fish. Now, similar to creatine, it's hard to get enough through natural foods, so I do recommend supplementing beta-alanine, and the recommended dose is 46 grams per day. So with creatine and beta-alanine, just a quick summary, it's hard to get creatine and beta-alanine naturally from food, so I do recommend supplementing those. Protein powder, in my opinion, it's very easy to get enough from food if you choose the right options. And then with caffeine, I like to get my caffeine through black coffee or green tea. I'm all about the natural, whole food, organic sources. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like and comment. It really helps out the algorithm. And I have a ton of other videos, tips, tricks, entertainment videos, collaborations on my channel, so go check out some of my playlists. I would really appreciate it. And that's all for today's video. Stay blessed, stay healthy, stay wealthy. I kind of like that. That's the first time I've ever said that. I just thought about that. But yeah, do all those things. Stay anabolic. Guapo out.